Hi guys. So, oh, by the way, before I get started, I'm gonna do this every time now since you guys are not, subscribing. Just subscribe, like, share. Let's just make everyone feel okay in terms of just about themselves, I just feel like I want this platform to be a platform where people can just come and be themselves. So you can engage with me in the comments and whatever. Just let's be queer together. Today I'll be talking about my transphobic slash homophobic experiences. I'm saying homophobic experiences because pre me transitioning, I had initially identified as just a homosexual. Never actually liked the word lesbian. Don't call me that. I didn't like it at all. Well, then. Well, now too. But I just didn't like it when people referred to me as that. So, yeah. So, back in high school, I was in a very small town. I don't know if I've mentioned this. Very small town, had gang Afrikaners. I was in an Afrikaans school, and I remember getting there, yabo, and it seemed like, okay, I got there, right? Actually, I got there, and there was a bit of hype. I hated it. Niggas, yeah. And I was like, nah, bros, I'm into the girls, not yella. And so I don't know, somehow it spread that no, I'm bisexual. I was like, if that's gonna make y'all motherfuckers feel okay, I'm gonna bitch it out. If that's gonna make you guys feel okay, but that's not what I'm about. So I guess there was a lot of underlining homophobia in that town, I guess. But I think the more they the more they got used to it, I guess, the less homophobia I got. So yeah, it was just I can't really pinpoint in exactly what would happen, what would not happen. Just yeah. Um, while I'm still on the town, I go to Methodist. Well, not now, but I grew up a Methodist, you see. So I went to this Methodist church in Standerton. That's the small town I was talking about. It's called Standerton Methodist. Away. So I go there. I don't know, it was last year. I think I went back home last year. And so I was obviously not trying to act all girly and shit or whatever. I wasn't dressed in dresses. I was never that person. Well, I did try and please sometimes my mom and stuff, but I reached a point where no, this is how I'm at. I'd wear chinos and whatever. I think that day actually I was wearing chinos. I was wearing a white shirt, but like, yeah, and I was wearing sneaks with my dreads cut, obviously. And my walk, I have that walk. Okay, I used to have that walk. Anyways, cool. So cool. We get to church. Church now, it's not the usual pastor that's preaching. It's cool. It's this other it's white man. Yeah. So this is not me trying to be racist or anything. It's just, I was just describing. Right. So it's just other man, and he's a preacher. Away. So he starts preaching away. He's talking about 10 commandments, blah 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 blah, blah 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 blah. Cool. He's talking about 10 commandments. Then whoosh, he talks about abortions. Okay, cool. Murder, I guess. And then whoosh, he talks about homosexuality. So before he talks about homosexuality, I found a lot of the things that he was talking about very problematic. I can't exactly remember. He just had a very closed-minded, very old people type of way of thinking. So I wasn't impressed. I wasn't impressed about the service. So I think my mom could tell that I was uncomfortable. I think we all knew where it was going. And the thing is, I think everyone knew in that church that I was gay. Because there was really no missing it. You know, not gay, but queer. Let me just say queer. So I whispered to my sister, my little sister, I'm like, bruh, if this guy starts talking about homosexuality, I'm getting up and I'm vying here. I was gonna pull a Somizi moment. Hey. So he talks about it, ne? So my sister was gonna initially, we were pumped, okay, if he does. I was still having that hope, I know, he's not gonna do it, He wouldn't do that because it's a very controversial thing to talk about. He does. He's like, yeah, he knows. And the thing is, he looked at me and he says he knows that some people are scared to talk about this, but no matter where the world goes, what is wrong will forever be wrong in his books. And he knows people wouldn't stand up and talk about this, but he's not scared. Was I pissed? I was pissed, I guess, because I felt uncomfortable because I don't necessarily like attention, especially that type of attention. And plus, I felt like it also made my mom feel uncomfortable, guys. So I remember in that moment, my mom was on her phone the whole time. I'm sitting. She kept on saying that, making that sound. So, I know after church, I knew, okay, yeah, a few families in the church knew for sure that I was gay. So I didn't want that attention, man. So I know just after the service, I know I still had to go past him, shake his hand, and say, what am I supposed to say again? Great service. And I don't like being rude and stuff, but I didn't say great service because no, man. We can't, if he believes that being homosexuality, everything queer is a sin, I don't think that he should stand up there and judge. I don't think that's what he's supposed to do. But I mean, hey, who am I? That's another one. Another story is with my grandma. So I was raised by my grandma. Not raised all the way through, but for most part of my toddlerish years, my mom was studying. My dad, I don't know where my dad was. I don't know. I don't know where he was. Anyways, hey guys, I don't know a lot about my dad. Eh? So I was with my grandma. We used to do stuff, We used to try to leave and little tando, and we go wake up in the morning at 6 a.m., 5 a.m. That's probably why I wake up so early. Yeah, we'd wake up during those hours. We'd dress up, we'd have tea. I hate tea now because I drank it too much. Wake up, have tea, woke up, and she has 2 gardens. So I grew up in the rural areas. Cool. So we'd wake up, have, that thing, spade. No. That one that you do this one, guys. This one. Don't know its name, but that one. I'll post a picture. Probably here. So yeah, so I remember this one year now that I was older, she was like, she saw me and she was like, you're Tando. Yazuena, you were supposed to be born a boy. Yabo. In Kosa. So I was like, you see it too? Because I felt like we had that connection. Those tea moments, maybe she got those vibes. Yabo. So, okay. And like, even when I was talking to my psychologist, I mentioned that because that was something that stood out to me, cool. I got that thing. And even sometimes when I'd call her, she'd be like, Molo Booty, you know? And then she'd fix herself, or my dad would fix her back then, you know? And I'd be like, no, you're right. It's okay. That's the one. But anyways. So, okay, I go back this December. This December, I was like, nah, I was stubborn as hell. I was like, I am not gonna try and dim myself down. I'm gonna be me. They're gonna take me for me or now, you know? Cool, go back. I go first, I went to Mpumalanga, cool, whatever. I was with my mom. And then I go to East London. I go to East London, so I go back to rural areas. Yeah, I go to the rural areas and my cleanse. Let me just say my cleanse. I'm tired of saying rural areas. So I go to my cleanse to go visit her. She's happy. Hi, Dodo. But this time around, now that I've actually started testosterone, she's going on about, hey, Ntombi, hey, Sisi, you know, all it was like, it was annoying, guys. I was so unhappy. And they probably thought I was so cheeky, not cheeky per se, but I was so sour because I was always so in my zone. I didn't want to talk to people because I just wanted to avoid being misgendered. And also it's that thing, but I can't expect them to know. But it's also about, like, there's no need. There's really no need to be. I just think it's something that people should unlearn. You don't have to say sissy after a sentence. You don't have to say lady. You don't, you know? Okay. Anyways, I enjoyed that for a long time. And then this day came. So obviously I was wearing this jean short, my jean short, and I like sagging those pants because I try to hide my bums. I have bums, guys, and I don't like it. Actually, they actually make me dysphoric. So yeah, just a random day. And then out of the blue, she's like, I think we had guests that day actually. Because my grandma is, okay, I don't think this is like a legal thing. But I want to say it because it makes us so cool. Guys, she's a mashonisa. Yeah, that. So we had people, come over and stuff. So she's like, Etando, just, what did she say? I don't know how to say it in English. I'm going to say it in Xhosa then. She's like, Ophakamisi blukwe. Awuyonkwenkwe. If you wanted to be born awuyonkwenkwe, you will never be. If you wanted to be, if ufuna awuyonkwenkwe, you should have spoken to your parents. Translation is, Tana, just pick up your pants because you're not a boy and you'll never be a boy. If you wanted so badly to be a boy, then you should have spoken to your parents. Yo, guys, that stung. Especially the beginning part, but you'll never be. It's like, I know that dysphoria is a thing that I'll never really be content. It's just, I don't need that reminder. So it was like and also I was at a very early stage of my transitioning. So it just, it just broke me down because sometimes, as I said, sometimes those thoughts come in my mind where I'm like, maybe I'm crazy. And then I'm like, but no, so it doesn't help. It really doesn't help for someone so dear to my heart to say such things. So, guys, after that, I left. I left and I went to live in the other house. We have another house in town. And I was there. But throughout this whole December, it was hectic. It was hectic. I was going through it mentally. I remember I had reached the bottom of the bottom. I remember wanting to give up. I didn't want to live anymore, It just, there wasn't a light at the end of the tunnel in my brain. It just couldn't get any better, And the changes weren't happening. It was just, I just hated that people weren't seeing me for me. So I guess the people that does it, I maybe around hurting people because it hurts. It hurts like an MF, like a MF, like a, yeah. I don't want to swear. So don't see that don't see the smile and everything. I don't know why I'm smiling. I guess I like smiling. No, I don't. Maybe I do. Okay, regardless. So I just want to tell people that, you know, I think we should be mindful of things that we say to people, us queer people as well, because we don't know what it will do to them, you know, and yeah, man, and we should just learn to educate ourselves. You shouldn't just assume that someone is a girl or is a guy, you know. That's why I'm saying guys all the time, you know, not ladies and gentlemen. We should stop that. Stop those things. Quit it. 21st century now, you know. But yeah, so as I said, I'll be posting once every 2 weeks, or I'll gift you guys and once every week, you know. It'll just depend on the content. But also I just want you guys to comment below on any ideas that you'd want me to do. But my next video will be a story time, basically, of me dating this guy for a year. But yeah, stay tuned, subscribe, turn on the notification bell so that you know when I drop, you know. So please don't forget to show some support by buying a t-shirt or just donating. My link will be in the comment section.